Hello friends, my name is Lori. I am the daughter of Harriet, who is the daughter of Daisy, who is the daughter of Ether, who is the daughter of ancestors unknown.
Spindle spinning is the topic for today. I think spindle spinning is a great introduction to spinning. They, have a small footprint. They don't cost as much. They're portable. You can bring them around. And you can do fun things like put them in one of these that you get at, one of those home goods places where they usually use them for storing wine. You can put your spindle in there and some fiber. So here's a spindle I was trying to find a spindle that was like a reasonably priced spindle, and I couldn't find one, and I was on Ravelry complaining about it, and this woman was like, oh, I have lots of spindles. Here, have this. And she just gave it to me. She just sent it to me in the mail. And then this I got just for fun. I mean, it's kind of like a shitty spindle. But it's cute. Look at it. It's a teacup. How cute is that, right? And then I have the Snyder spindle, the steampunk spindle. Sometimes he makes them and they look like the little thing that used to put in 45 records. That's kind of cute. I have this from a company, what was this called? Cascade Spindle Company, I think. These are your basic standard, really good little spindles. I've got Acre, I don't know. It's a modular system. It's got a little cover. It's kind of cute. And you can remove this thing and get different sizes of these little plastic things and different sizes of the shaft and modular away. And you can take it off for travel. That's the other kind of. But I want to just do the basics of how to spin. So just get some yarn, some scrap yarn, right? And you want your loop to be, about as long as, from your elbow to your hand, right? About 18 to 24, 25 inches, something like that. And you tie off the ends, right? Just your basic, what is this called? A square knot, just a knot. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be fantastic. Just tight, nice and tight, so it's not going to come apart. I mean, tight enough, whatever. And so now you got a little loop, right? And you've got your spindle. This is a Bosworth spindle, by the way. It's got this little rim, so it spins really well. Highly recommend. So you're going to take your loop, and you're going to put it over your spindle, and you want like the big loopy part like this, so it's still a big loop, right? And then you put this end through the loop, right? This side of the loop goes through, right? Goes through the loop so that it catches on. So now you just put that on once, and it's going to be too slippery. So you put it around your spindle and just go through like a regular, like you're tying on regularly onto something. And now you've got two different kinds of knots, so now it's not gonna come off of the thing. So most spindles will have this little a little notch in the wood. Some of them don't. Some of them are just, because of the design, have a built-in notch, right? So you're going to want to find the notch and put your yarn leader in the notch, and then hook onto the hook. You can wrap it a couple of times to make sure it doesn't fall off, and just, there you go. Now you've got a spindle that's ready to twist. And so what I want you to do, since you've got two pieces of yarn, right, that made this loop, I want you to look at those two pieces of yarn, and as you twist, look at the twist that's going into your yarn. You can see. So just kind of practice that a little bit. Just practice letting it fall and feeling, you've got this loop on the end, right? So give it some twist and feel how tight that is or loose that is. And does it need to be tighter? Does it need to be looser? Whatever, that kind of thing. You've got your leader on there. And what we're going to do is called park and draft. And what park and draft is you're going to give it some twist, you're going to draft, and you're going to park it between your legs. You can park it between your arms. You can put a pillow. You can do whatever. But as long as you're making it so that the twist stops for a second so that you can do the drafting. So you can focus on drafting. So find some fiber. You've got your fiber. And something that does not have silk, something that's not slippery, something that's nice and toothy, nice and grabby, that is easier to work with. Corriedale, Dorset horn, really good. Falkland, this is Romney. Any of those breeds, I'll make a whole list of all the different good breeds. And you can sort of see through the light. See how it's like super thick here and really light up here? Because I've been pulling at it, I've been messing with it. And so what I want you to do is just pull. Oh, that was weird. Why did that do that? That was weird. Okay, you saw that too, right? So you're gonna pull some fiber till you get a staple length. So this is a staple length is how long the fiber is that's on the sheep, right? So it grows out of the sheep this long. And I want you to draft, to pretend like you're drafting. So start like too close and you're like, yeah, I can't pull that apart. That drafting, pulling apart. So just keep going, moving your fingers till you get to a place where you can go, oh, now, well, that's a little too tight still too. So you get to a place where the fibers come apart easily. See how they easily come apart, right? Practice doing that. It's okay to just use up a lot of fiber. You can spin this too, whatever. But just practice pulling it apart. And now, this is too thick to spin with, as a beginner especially. I want you to strip it like a smaller piece. Maybe even smaller than that, right? So you get something that is you can easily draft. And so this is kind of your staple length, right? So go down here and now pull a little more, just a little bit. Move back down, pull a little more till it moves. Just draft it, pull it apart till it moves, right? Now this is something that you can work with. This is not. This is too tight. This is loose. You see the difference? You can sort of see through this. This you can't really see through. You take your spindle, put the fiber down. Take your spindle and twist. Put a lot of twist in there. Like you can you're twisting. First of all, you're twisting the spindle. excuse me, clockwise, right? The way a clock moves, you're going clockwise, and I'm just rolling it across my thigh. You can do it that way. You can flick it with your finger. You can do whatever. Just get it to roll. And I'm doing it this so I can look at that. Look how seriously tight. That's some serious twist. On the end, take your little stretched out piece of fiber. Put the end of the fiber through the loop and fold it over. And you can draft maybe, it's kind of tight, but you can draft it a little bit and then let go. And then the twist will drift up through this into your fiber and put twist into the fiber. Now this is kind of big and bulky because I folded that over, right? So pinch where the twist already is down here. You don't want the twist continually getting into your fiber because it will look like this. And you can't draft this. This is a mess. So pinch where the twist ends. If it gets into your fiber, just untwist it, right? Then you're gonna spread the fiber out a little bit and pull back. So stretch it out so you can sort of see through it, and then pull back, right? Draft it. And then let the twist get in. Let go and let the twist get in. But you're still holding on here. You're parked, but you're still drafting. So whatever hand feels more comfortable. If it feels more comfortable to use this hand and then draft with this hand and then let go, let the twist get in, and you're still holding on. It doesn't matter. Whatever hand feels more comfortable for you, but just, draft. Make sure the fibers draft, and then let go, and the twist will go up into that. So you're holding on to the twist before you let it go in, because you're going to draft the fiber and then let the twist get in. Oh, my thingy's too long. And so when your thingy gets too long, right? Oh, shoot. Oh, so here's another thing that happens, is you go like this, and your fiber supply gets into the twist like that. So when you're spinning, try to put the fiber like over your hand or stuff it in your sleeve or something like that. Or if it's a longer piece, you can wrap it around your hand. But just like as you're doing the drafting and letting in the twist, make sure this fiber is not hooking on, right? So just use a little piece. Don't use a huge piece. So just draft and let the twist get in and keep doing that. I put this on a chair. It keeps moving. And when you're done, and when there's no more twist to be had, I mean, there's a little bit of twist, but when there's like no more twist, or your arms are like too far apart, you take it off of the hook, right? And then you turn the spindle in your hand so that it winds onto the spindle, right? Like that. And you kind of go back and forth a little bit so it makes like a bulgy thing on your spindle, right? And then when you get to, about like that between your arms there, you can put it back on the spindle and do it again. Twist, 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 twist. And park. Then spread it out. Draft it. Make sure it's still drafting, moving. And then put the twist in. And then spread it out. Draft. And put the twist in. And just keep going. Just keep doing that. Drafting. And adding the twist. Till there's no more twist or there's too much space in between your hands. Take it off the spindle and then wind it on to the spindle. And that's spinning. Those are the two pieces of doing the work of spinning, is the drafting and adding twist. And when you get to a point where you don't have to park and draft anymore, then you can just give it some twist and draft, twist, draft, twist, draft, twist, like that. And then so it becomes like one movement, just draft and twist and draft and twist and draft and twist, right? And that's your goal. That's where you want to get to.